This here is a review, or we can say a description of the Note e-Power. Currently the car I own. I bought it in October, and the first time I bought it, it was a bit low. On this side was too low, that side was raised up a bit. Springs were off, so I caused this dent here. That's the only defect with this car. Then what I did is I went and replaced the springs. So I removed the old springs. These are the old springs, 4 of them. Removed them, raised it up, and now it has a clearance of an outback, approximately 1 feet clearance right there. So let me show you around in the car. No scratches anywhere. Okay, clean, good to go. Already shown you the dashboard, steering. That there is the gear knob, quite classy. Like you just press the parking button and that's it, parked. You don't have the issues of turning to neutral. Here we have a reverse camera and sensors, works perfectly. And then later on, I changed the shocks, the front shocks. There's the front shocks, so I had to keep new ones, original, because I love this car. I'm like, I'm not gonna put any Chinese stuff. Went and put nice original shocks there. So when the first time I bought this car, I had to do service, obviously, taking care of it. So you put synthetic oil and change the filters, change all the what necessary. This here now is the what they call it the supercharger, or what they call. So this basically is the one that charges the battery. The battery is all the way under the seats there. That's the engine. So engine powers that up through those cables, then that charges the batteries. So the batteries, for you to access the batteries, yeah, you have to literally remove all the seats. The batteries are located on this side here. So while doing the service, I also did the service of the batteries. Had them checked for dust, all the fans, coolers, all was good. So let's switch it on and take it for a spin. Let's see how it behaves. So let me tell you about this Note. Yeah, currently it's very hot outside there. I'm sitting on the AC at 18 degrees, and from the ride I took from wherever I was, I got an average of 16 kilometers with the AC on here. And as you can see, so this is how the mechanism works here. Just put it straight so you don't get confused. That there is the engine, that there is the battery, and that there is the drivetrain. So what happens is the engine charges the battery, which then charges the drivetrain, and as you're driving. If you see here, this one has been half tank. The bar just dropped today. So far half tank has given me 490 kilometers. The other half will give another 490, which means 980 kilometers over 40. Okay, I'll do the maths later on and put it back. So 980 kilometers over 40 liters, that's the efficiency it's giving me currently. Okay, you have sensors there. That green means good to go. That's the door open, and there's the eco mode. So for the modes now, what happens is, in Fast and Furious, you have this button here. It's like a nitrous boost. Let me tell you, these cars are super fast. Yeah, the Note hybrids are super. With this button, if you press, it changes. That's the normal mode, that's the sport mode, and that's the eco mode. The eco mode is very fuel efficient. What happens with this is it brakes automatically. You don't have to press on the brakes. Okay, with the eco mode, it just brakes on its own. If you just leave the accelerator, the brakes are turned on automatically. The normal mode, but the speed, yeah, the RPMs are reduced and the speed is like low, but it can pick up. Okay, I'm gonna show you how once it's driving. And the normal mode is where it turns into a supercar. As you can see, that's the. So it's currently 5:46 a.m. and as you can see, when the battery is over 50% and you're not driving that fast, between 20 to 40 or even up to 40. So what happens, the battery is the one that drives the drivetrain. Like there is no engine involved, as you can hear. There's no sound whatsoever from the car. Just the tires rolling. Okay. So the arrows moving back and forth between the battery shows one. The battery is the one that's running the drivetrain, and later on, as the drivetrain is moving, like as the car is moving also, it's also simultaneously charging the battery. So what we're gonna do is, where we're going right now, we're not gonna use the engine at all. We're just gonna be on battery until the end, and then we're gonna see how much the efficiency shows. So currently we are on eco mode, and that's the efficiency showing us like that. But after we're done the drive without the engine, as you can see, the battery has gone down by 1 bar. It was more than a half, now it's at less than a half. So 2 bars have reduced. Okay, and so far so good. The engine has not yet kicked in. Let's see if the battery reduces more if the engine kicks in or not. But normally with this ride and at that speed, the engine does not kick in unless I rev, take the RPMs up. Yeah, and that's it. End of journey without using the engine. Let's park it up here. As silent as a plane's engine. Wait, plane's engine silent. Parking done. And once you stop the car, that's the average. See, full battery. So once you remove the eco mode, once you go into normal mode, yeah, just check in how many seconds this thing can go from 0 to 60. And as you can see there, that's the engine now powering up the battery. Okay, it's 8:05. We have a clean road ahead of us, no cars. So let's try. 2, 3, go. See that power?